1,358 vacancies, which is actually a big number if you compare it with your NEET, PG, and INI exams where they charge 4,000. Here, the application fee is very nominal, just 200 rupees. This 500 marks is further divided into two papers, paper 1 and paper 2. Perks like government accommodation, pension benefits, work life balance. So, needless to say, this exam is going to give you a good stability. Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Divya Madan, your pediatrics faculty with PW MedEd. And in this video, we are going to discuss about one government exam that every MBBS doctor should know. So, if you are an MBBS doctor or an intern, or if you are preparing for NEET PG, then there's one government exam that you should know. This is UPSC CMS Combined Medical Services Examination. So, this examination is going to happen in August. In this video, we are going to cover some of the important dates for this session, vacancies, the eligibility criteria, application fee, exam pattern, the interview stage, the salary that they offer, syllabus, and the preparation strategy. So, firstly, remember this exam is going to give you a central government job. So, this is a medical officer job right after MBBS, gives you good security, good salary. So, definitely an exam that you should give a shot. Let's start with the dates. So, notification this year was released on 11th of March, and the last date for application was 31st March 2026 till 6 p.m. So, if you missed this, then be prepared for the next year because around this time only they release the notification. And if you are someone who has already applied, then you're going to give this exam on 2nd of August 2026. All of this application process is online through the UPSC portal. So, very seamlessly, this is going to happen. This year, the number of vacancies that they have released in the notification is 1,358, 1,358 vacancies, which is actually a big number. Out of these, the medical officer jobs in the Central Health Services is 864. Assistant Divisional MO post in Indian Railways is 450. The General Duty MO in NDMC is 14, and in MCD is 30. So most of the students, they prepare for the first two posts, that is medical officers in the Central Health Services and the Assistant Divisional MOs in Indian Railways. So these are the two major competitive seats, and the number of seats are considerably high, vacancies are high. So definitely you can go and give it a shot. Now let's talk about the eligibility criteria. So they simply say that you must have passed MBBS or final MBBS exam. And if you are an intern, make sure that your internship must be completed before the final appointment. So, here in this scenario, before August, your internship should be completed. This is the eligibility criteria. They also have an age limit. They say that on 1st of August 2026, you maximum can be of 32 years. So, 32 years is the age limit. But remember, that for Central Health Services, this is extended to 35 years, and age relaxation is given for ST candidates, OBC candidates, candidates who are ex-servicemen, and persons with disability. The application fee is very nominal charges. If you compare it with your NEET, PG, and INI exams where they charge 4,000, here the application fee is very nominal, just 200 rupees for general candidates, OBC, and AWS candidates, and it's free. That means there is no fee for female candidates, SC/ST candidates, and persons with benchmark disability. So definitely very easy on the pocket. You can just give it the exam for the sake of giving the exam, and no need to worry about the huge application fee. Now let's look at the exam pattern. So this exam is going to happen in two stages. First is the written exam, which is actually the MCQ exam, and stage 2 is the interview exam. You go to the stage 2 only when you have qualified your stage 1. So let's firstly understand the stage 1. Stage 1 has 500 marks, stage 2 has 100 marks, so total 600 marks. This 500 marks is further divided into two papers, paper 1 and paper 2. So each paper has 250 each marks. Paper 1 basically has your general medicine and pediatrics question, and paper 2 has surgery, OBGY, and PSM questions, right? Total exam duration for each of these papers is 2 hours each. On a single day, you are going to have these two papers. It is MCQ based, and whenever MCQs come into the picture, negative marking is going to be there, minus 1/3 of the marks are for every wrong answer. And if you qualify this stage 1, you go for an interview. Now, most of the students get confused at what are actually the qualifying marks. So, remember, this UPSC CMS exam does not give any fixed qualifying marks, but safe to say, above 300 if you are a general candidate, right? And if you are an OBC EWS, then above 260, and SC/SC candidates above 230. This cutoff varies depending upon the difficulty of the exam, the number of applicants, and year to year it changes. But safe say, go for target for more than 300 if you're a general candidate. Now coming to the interview, in interview they generally check your personality. It is just a personality test. They're not going to go into much of academics. They're just going to evaluate your personality, your communication skills, your clinical judgment and few scenarios, and basically the awareness about public health. So this is about the exam syllabus overview. Now let's talk about the salary, which is a huge attraction in the UPSC CMS case. So you get posted initially as an MO medical officer or assistant divisional medical officer, and you get paid in the pay level 10 category. Right, so basic pay here is 56,100 per month, and you add D and HRA to it, you get an enhanced salary of 90,000 to 1,10,000. So this is the salary right after MBBS. This is going to obviously escalate as you get more and more experience. Along with this handsome salary, few perks are there. Perks like government accommodation, pension benefits, work life balance. So, needless to say, this exam is going to give you a good stability. Let's now come back to the syllabus part. As I told you, most of the final year subjects are included. In these subjects, also, UPSC CMS favorably select some of the topics. So, in medicine, cardiology, infectious diseases, dermat, and emergency medicine are their favorite topics. And in pediatrics, they focus on immunization, developmental milestones, and neonatal care. In surgery, general surgery makes a huge chunk. Apart from that, ENT, orthopedics, and in PSM, epidemiology, national health programs. In OBG, antenatal care, labor management, family planning. So these are the selected topics. Now let's look at the strategy. So strategy-wise, focus on basics in this case of exam, because the questions that they throw at you are mostly concept-based questions and straightforward questions. They're not going to twist it or throw in some research level questions. And special focus should be on PSM because this paper is very PSM heavy. Don't forget to revise the previous year questions. The concepts are frequently repeated, and you can also combine this with your NEET PG preparation. So if you are already preparing for NEET PG exam and you have your notes ready, you can use those same notes for the CMS examination because the syllabus is overlapping, right? So this is going to be your basic strategy. With that, I'm ending this session. We have covered about the basic dates, the syllabus, the exam pattern, how to go about it, and simple strategy for cracking this exam. So if you are someone who is interested in this exam or going to give this exam in August, all the best from my side. Thank you.